Welcome to Meadow Sweet Farm Fiber Arts Design Studio. Today I have a very special guest with us, and this is Laura Regan, and she is now the new owner of the Pittsburgh Knit and Crochet Festival that's coming up this August. So I'd like to introduce Laura, and if you could just tell us a little bit about the festival, when it starts and what's happening with
Absolutely.
the festival.
Well, hi everybody, I'm Laura Regan, and I took over the Pittsburgh Creative Arts Knit and Crochet Festival from Barb Grossman for the 2021 season. She decided to retire, and having been a vendor and a teacher at festivals in the past, I approached her with looking to continue the festival. This will be its 17th year, I think. First year with me, but
Wow.
17th year overall. And I just think the creative environment, it just needed to continue.
Right.
And Barbara and I were able to let that happen. Mm-hmm. So pretty excited. Now I'm excited. I wasn't so excited the last couple of months with all the COVID stuff going on. But I think we're in the clear.
Right, we've both been vaccinated.
Both been vaccinated, that's why there's no masks, vaccinated, double vaccinated,
Yes.
real happy to be out and about.
Right.
We're gonna have an in-person festival. It is August 12th, 13th, and 14th. It's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It is at the Doubletree Hotel in Green Tree.
Which, this is where we are
That's
right
where we're
now.
sitting.
Yes.
It's kind of empty right now, but we will fill the halls.
Yes.
We will fill the halls. So there are a little over 50 classes. I opened up class registration last week on Tuesday after I think Pennsylvania's governor has eliminated most of the restrictions. I think masks are still kind of sort of required
Right.
for a bit, or
Right.
whatever you're comfortable with.
Right, I think that's
So even in August, if people want to wear masks, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is, I want everybody to be comfortable in the environment that we're putting forth from the festival, and everybody will respect what everybody's decisions are. But yeah, 50 some odd classes, opened up registration on Tuesday. I think I lasted 2 minutes before the system crashed. So good thing, bad thing. Quick phone call to the IT guy going, help! Got everything back up and running, and so now everything's working just fine. And we have classes in everything. We have some quilting classes from a well-known, nationally known quilting instructor, Heather Cohan, I think that's how you say her last name. We have Wendy Lewis doing some modern quilting, fusing work. We have a knitting instructor, nationally known Laura Nelkin, with some great classes. Jolie Elder, I think, is coming up from Atlanta with some good classes. We have polymer clay, we have some weaving classes,
wow.
silk painting. I mean, shoot, I don't want to run the festival. I just want to take classes for 3 straight days.
Yes.
So great things to do. Classes are all 3 days, noon to 3, 4 to 7 on Thursday and Friday, and then I think the same 9 to noon and noon to, or 3 to something on Saturday. I can't remember exactly. And then I'm gonna have a full 3 ballroom marketplace, just like in the past year. Lots of vendors. We have lots of returning vendors and a lot of new ones.
Okay.
I have a vendor coming from Colorado,
Oh my gosh.
Vermont, Kansas City, New Jersey, which is my own stopping grounds. I'm a Jersey girl. So yeah, lots of new things, lots of yarn, lots of fiber. I'm going to have an exhibit commemorating the 9/11. I think it was supposed to be here in 20. So the woman's bringing it back for this year. It looks beautiful. It is a quilt of in the shape of the Pentagon, I think with the World Trade Center on it and all the names, which is very dear to my heart. So I'm a Jersey girl. I worked in New York City. I worked in the World Trade Center.
Oh,
Not during this. I was there in the late 80s, early 90s. So it's just an iconic, you know, what you saw every time you came around the Lincoln Tunnel. So very dear to my heart to be able to have this at the festival. So it's it gives me a goosebump sometimes when I think about it. So the festival, we have marketplace. 2 community events we're going to be doing. We are going to have the Salvation Army is going to be collecting, the Women's Auxiliary of the Salvation Army is going to be collecting fabric, notions, fiber crafts, a whole bunch of things for their craft fair to help them raise money. So that's one thing that we'll have going on. And then we also have an organization, it's called SAC, Supporting Acts of Kindness.
Okay.
And what that is it is out of New Jersey, and they're also going to be here. The founder of that SAC is going to be here, and they knit and crochet. They find volunteers to knit and crochet soap sacks.
Oh, nice.
So what perfect place at a fiber event.
Yeah.
So we will have a dedicated space for people to sit and knit and crochet soap sacks and put a bar of soap in it. And what happens is those that are at the food pantries or homeless shelters, federal funds or state funds don't go to personal care items.
Okay.
So they can't purchase soap and stuff with that money.
Oh,
They can
okay.
purchase food,
Right.
but not the personal care items.
Oh, my
So I'm in the process of looking for a local food pantry or homeless shelter. So whatever we make during the festival, we'll be donating here locally to support, SAC's initiatives across the country. So I think that's kind of cool. So two good community events going on with 3 days as well.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so lots of things. I'm
Yes.
so excited to be able to have an in-person event.
Yes.
I can't tell you how excited.
Yeah, I know. Well, they canceled Maryland Sheep and Wool
Yes.
Festival this year.
Yes.
We are doing Rhinebeck, and then the only thing that's in this area that happens every year is the Pittsburgh Knit and Crochet
Right.
Festival. So this is awesome.
Yes.
This is so nice. And I know you normally have it in March, but you moved it to August because of COVID.
So it got moved to August last year. When
Oh,
the
it
first
did.
one got
Okay.
canceled in March, Barb had tried to reschedule it for August, and then it got canceled again. I opted to keep it in August. There are a lot of festivals that happen in March and April.
Right.
Some big festivals. So vendors and teachers would have to choose.
Right.
And there's not a lot that goes on in August. It's almost like the kickoff to the fall season. So I think what a perfect time,
Yeah.
and it worked out.
Oh,
We'll be
that's
about
awesome.
2 months into like COVID-free
Yeah.
stuff. People maybe will be a
Yes.
little bit more comfortable. I'm an indie dyer myself.
Okay.
So I've been at 4 festivals already this year.
Okay.
And it's a combination of mask wearers, not mask wearers, but people are honoring social distancing. And it's just great to talk fiber.
Yes,
It
in
is
person.
so good.
And touch
Yes,
and feel and squeeze
yes.
and
So
all that good stuff.
I'm an indie dyer with tons of yarn, and I say to people, they're just screaming to get out of the bags. They've been in the bags way too long.
Way too long. Now, just a little story. I knew the original founder, Barb Grossman, when she first started this fiber festival, and it's been going on, you said, for 10
I think this
years?
will be the 17th
Okay,
year.
so
17 or 18.
And Barb's husband is Randy Grossman, who was a former Pittsburgh Steeler.
Yes.
And one of the first festivals, if I remember correctly, Randy was knitting, and I think Barb's daughter was knitting.
Probably.
And they also had Joe Green was knitting
Oh,
at the
yes.
festival. Yes, so it's just this, it's a Pittsburgh event. We've got lots of different personalities, lots of different people involved. I wanted to ask you just a few things. First of all, what gave you the incentive then to continue on with the Pittsburgh Fiber Festival?
So I am a knitter.
Okay.
That's my passion. I've been knitting. I'm 57 years old. I've been knitting since I was 10.
Okay.
Right? Knitting is my passion.
Okay.
I
And
crochet.
Who taught you how to knit?
I think a neighbor way back when.
Oh my God.
But I used it as a relaxing,
Okay.
right? I would knit when I would study. I would have my books open in front. I would just knit. I knit in high school in classrooms.
Okay. Are you a English or?
I throw.
Oh, you throw.
I
Okay.
throw.
Yep.
I try to flick. I can flick knit, but I can't flick purl, so I
Okay.
throw. So I've been knitting for, 40 some odd years. Lost it for a bit. Life gets in the way. Lost it for a bit. Had a bunch of girlfriends who started having grandbabies, and I'm like, Laura, can you make us something for our grandbabies? And I said, no. I said, I'll teach you.
Yes.
It would be much better for you to make it for your grandbabies than for me to make it.
Right.
So I started crocheting with them and teaching them to crochet blankets, baby blankets. So that got me back into it.
Okay.
My husband is a chef, and so we were looking for something we could do later in life, like a late in life career, and we started to dye yarn together.
Okay.
And that got me to the festival circuit.
Okay.
And through the festival circuit, I found Barb and the Pittsburgh Festival. I taught some crochet classes here and vended here as well. And I'm a huge proponent of the community. And this festival is amazing. If you haven't been to it, I know you have, but if any of your viewers haven't, they just need to come. It is amazing. People are so nice. It's just a nice community. And I just didn't want to see it go away.
Yeah.
You know, when Barb decided to retire, and I knew she was, we had talked about it a couple of years ago. Her and I had talked about her retiring. And at that point, she was not close to it, and then COVID happened and all that. So I just didn't want to see it go.
Yes. Aww.
And I'm like, okay, I'll take it. We'll figure out COVID. And I think everything's on my side.
Yes.
I've had fingers crossed, toes crossed.
Yes.
And I'm looking to keep it in Pittsburgh. My husband's from Pittsburgh. We were just over in Monroeville visiting his mom. So, you know, Pittsburgh's got a place in our family, and I'm looking forward to keeping it here, not looking to move it at all.
Right.
It just has too much of a heart here.
Yes,
I don't think it would survive anywhere else.
No.
Yeah, so that got me into the festival business.
Okay,
So,
awesome.
yeah.
Well, let's see. I was told, this was several years ago, that this event is marked as one of the largest attended events in the city of Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I was told that several years ago. They had a newspaper article about it, and they said this is an event. And one of the things that Barb would do, and maybe because of COVID this might not even be feasible, but they would have sleepovers at the festival. Do you remember that?
I remember, yes. I did not participate in them, and I know we have a lot of people that do stay in the hotel.
Okay.
And so on the evenings, on Thursday and Friday evening, we'll be doing some activities.
It was like pajama night.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know if we'll do pajama night. I was thinking of doing like a fiber bingo.
Oh.
And maybe I have a whole bunch of fiber and some Pittsburgh trivia questions. So maybe doing a fiber Pittsburgh trivia night. Since it's in August, we don't have to stay inside.
Right.
So I'm actually going to meet with the sales guy from here to maybe do something in the courtyard.
Okay.
Unless it's too hot.
Right.
You know, August we'll see, but we can be outside.
Okay.
I'll have areas set up for people to sit and crochet, knit, you know, sew, weave, whatever the case may be.
Awesome.
And I know everybody's really excited from what people have sent me emails or comments on Facebook or Instagram. Everybody's like, I'm so excited.
Yes.
So yeah, lots of fun.
Okay, let's see. Size of the festival, we already talked about the workshops. You talked about the vendors and all the special events and everything that's happening. This is wonderful. Thank you so much for taking all this.
No worries.
Do you have anybody else that's helping you coordinate this?
So yes, so my husband and we have some friends, personal friends of ours that will come and help. But many of the volunteers who have volunteered in the past have already reached out to me to continue volunteering.
Okay.
And absolutely.
Okay.
So I have a list of people that have volunteered in the past. I have some guilds that have reached out as well. So, I mean, this community is just fabulous. I mean, I can't say enough good things. Some know me, some don't know me. Hopefully everybody will meet me in August or via some social media.
Yes.
Yeah, so hopefully it'll be good.
Okay.
Fingers crossed,
Yes.
it'll be what it'll be. We'll do our best.
Yay.
I know everybody will have fun. We'll probably make some trip ups, but that'll happen.
Yes, and that's a learning.
Right.
That's part of learning. Well, thank you so much for being a part of all this and taking on this
thanks.
monumental task. And I can't wait to attend.
Yay.
Yay. Thank you. So it was great to meet you.
Yeah, great to
Thank you
meet
so much.
Thanks.
Okay, bye for now.